Have you ever stopped to wonder what it would be like if God himself decided to leave an online review for Christianity today? What would he write? A 5-star rating with a glowing comment? Or something entirely different? Most of us are comfortable with the idea that God is love, and that's certainly true. But what if I told you there are words in the Bible, specifically addressed to believers, that can literally send shivers down your spine? Today, we're not going to speculate. We're going straight to the source, to words that challenge our comfortable understanding of faith. This won't be a theology lecture. Instead, it's going to be an honest conversation about what, according to Scripture, God truly values, and what, to put it mildly, disappoints him. And trust me, some of these insights might permanently shift your perspective on yourself. Let's be clear from the outset. We won't be dealing in guesswork or trying to read the mind of the Almighty. Our sole source will be the Bible, specifically the words of Christ and his apostles. And we won't be focusing on those cozy, familiar verses you find printed on greeting cards. Instead, we'll look at the ones that make you pause, frown, and ask yourself, wait a minute, is that really about me? The truth is, Christianity began as a radical movement that turned the world upside down. But in 2,000 years, a lot has changed. We've built beautiful churches, established complex traditions and rituals. But in all of this, have we lost something essential? Let's try to find out. So let's start with perhaps one of the most unsettling concepts in the entire New Testament. It's found in the Bible's final book, Revelation. There, a direct message to one of the churches is presented, not as fatherly advice, but as an ultimatum. God says, I know your deeds, that you are neither cold nor hot. Oh, that you were either cold or hot. What follows is a truly unsettling statement. But because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth. Just imagine a cup of coffee. Hot coffee is wonderful, it warms you up and invigorates. Iced coffee on a hot day is also excellent. It refreshes you. Now imagine lukewarm, stale coffee. You drink it, and nothing. No pleasure, no boost. Just a tasteless, unpleasant liquid you want to spit out. This is precisely the image God uses. A hot faith signifies passion, devotion, a life actively being transformed. A cold person, ironically, is in some ways more honest. They openly say, I'm not interested. They don't pretend. But a lukewarm believer is someone who wants to have one foot in faith and one foot in the world. They attend church on Sundays, yet on Monday, their life shows no difference from that of a non-believer. Their faith is just a convenient habit. It changes neither them nor the world around them. It's merely a checkbox faith. And the most terrifying thing here isn't the threat of punishment. The most terrifying thing is the word spit out. It's not anger, it's disgust. It's a declaration of utter uselessness. This is perhaps the first wake-up call that makes us wonder, could this be about me? Now let's turn to something that many consider the very essence of faith, but which in reality can become a dangerous trap. We're talking about replacing genuine faith with mere ritual, and the best example of this is Christ's constant conflicts with the Pharisees. It's crucial to understand. The Pharisees were not atheists or bad people in the conventional sense. On the contrary, they were the most religious, the most righteous people of their time. They meticulously knew the law, prayed on schedule, gave offerings, and observed all fasts. If there were a most exemplary believer contest today, they would have swept every prize. So why did Christ constantly criticize them, often using very harsh terms? He called them whitewashed tombs. Outwardly, they appeared beautiful, white, and well-maintained. But inside, dead bones and decay. Their problem was that external form became more important to them than internal substance. They transformed a living relationship with God into a rigid set of dead rules. They were quick to debate whether it was permissible to help someone on the Sabbath, but entirely missed the core message, love and mercy. Their faith had become nothing more than a public performance, and this poses a direct challenge to each of us. How easily can we learn to utter the right Christian phrases, attend church, light candles, yet possess a cold, judgmental heart? How easily can we judge a neighbour for a minor misstep, while ignoring the massive planks in our own lives? God doesn't observe how meticulously we perform rituals. He looks at the heart, and if love isn't present there, then everything else is just a show. Now, we turn our attention to what many theologians and everyday believers consider the most chilling words in the entire New Testament. They are found in the Gospel of Matthew and describe the scene at the Last Judgment. Picture this scene. A vast multitude stands before Christ, and with absolute confidence they begin to recount their achievements. Lord, Lord, did we not prophesy in your name? Did we not cast out demons in your name? And in your name, did we not perform many miracles? Sounds impressive, doesn't it? These weren't just casual churchgoers. These were active participants, perhaps even stars of the Christian world. They healed, they preached, they performed supernatural acts. They were absolutely convinced they were doing God's work. They were expecting commendation. And then, in response, they hear words that send a chill down your spine. Christ looks at them and says, "I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness." Just let that phrase sink in. Not, "You didn't try hard enough," or "You made some mistakes," but "I never knew you." This implies that all their fervent religious activity, all their service, all their miracles, they all happened outside of a genuine relationship with him. They might have used his name like a brand, a tool to achieve their own goals, perhaps even noble ones, yet they never truly bothered to know him personally. This passage powerfully debunks one of the most dangerous myths, that grand deeds and public success in ministry are a guarantee of salvation. You can be a famous preacher, perform miracles, fill stadiums, and still have no genuine personal relationship with God, and in the end, find yourself a complete stranger to him. And now, let's look at how God, through a simple story, completely shifts our focus. He redirects our attention from what we profess to believe to what we actually do. There's a famous parable of Christ that essentially describes humanity's ultimate test. In this parable, recorded in the Gospel of Matthew, Christ divides all humanity into two groups, the sheep and the goats. And the criterion for this separation is absolutely unexpected. He doesn't ask, "Which church did you attend? How often did you pray?" Or, "Do you know the creed by heart?" Instead, he says to one group, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you. For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. I needed clothes, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you looked after me. I was in prison, and you came to visit me." In astonishment, these people ask, "Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or needing clothes, or sick, or in prison, and do all this for you?" And he replies with the profound statement, "Truly I tell you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." To the other group, however, he says, "Depart from me," because they did none of these things. And again, they are surprised. "Lord, when did we see you in need, and did not help you?" And the answer is the same. "Truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me." This parable is a powerful wake-up call. It reveals that true faith isn't about how much religious knowledge we possess, but how much compassion we demonstrate. God identifies himself with every hungry, homeless, sick, and lonely person, and our treatment of them reveals our true relationship with God, stripped of pretense and eloquent words. So, what are these words that truly send shivers down your spine? They're not threats of hellfire. They're not angry condemnations of sinners. The most terrifying words in Scripture are reserved for those who consider themselves insiders. Remember that famous quote about lukewarm believers from the book of Revelation. God says, "So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth." Just think about that. Not, "I will punish you," or "I will correct you," But I will spit you out like something unpleasant, tasteless, useless. It's not anger, it's disgust. It's complete indifference towards those who are themselves indifferent. Now, let's recall those who boasted about their miracles. What does Christ answer them in the Gospel of Matthew? I never knew you. Depart from me. Not, you didn't try hard enough, or you made a mistake, but I never knew you. This means all their ministry, all their impressive deeds, all their religious activity meant nothing to him. They built a career on God's name, but never built a relationship with him personally. And that's where the goosebumps truly appear, not from fear of punishment, but from the chilling realization of how easily one can deceive oneself. You can spend your whole life considering yourself a good Christian, attending church, doing all the right things, only to hear at the most crucial moment, "Sorry, but do I even know you?" So, based on these texts, what does God truly think about modern Christians? He isn't looking for perfect ritual performers or lukewarm, comfortable followers. He seeks passionate hearts ready to love genuinely, even when it's inconvenient. He looks for an active faith that sees another person's pain and responds to it. He's not seeking admirers, but children with whom he has true, living relationships. Thank you for watching this challenging video to the end. If it made you think, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss new in-depth discussions. Now, a question for you. What words from Scripture make you ponder deeply, or even give you goosebumps? Share in the comments below. Let's discuss this together.